I had the honor, I think Mr. Shondel was in attendance. I saw him there at the Learwood Veterans Day event, which was on Friday. The students at Learwood Middle School put on an incredible event. They put on a breakfast for students, for veterans. The students act as hosts, and they also serve the veterans their meals. And then we proceed to the auditorium where there are a number of speeches. This year, the featured speaker is Captain Jack Rufus of the Air Force. Jack Rufus was a 2005 graduate of Avon Lake High School. He had served some time in Iraq and gave a very moving presentation that was certainly touched the hearts of everyone there. So the kids do that every year. I think they've done it for over 20 years, and it's really well received, and the veterans certainly appreciate all of their efforts. At the same time, we all appreciate the efforts of the veterans who have kept us safe all these years. So,
leaf collection, we are gearing up in full force for leaves. We've got 5 trucks out as of today, and you can start going on the city's website and tracking the trucks around the city. We've had trucks on the road for nearly a month now, and we've been able to get through the city in 3-4 days, but now that they really started falling heavy, we've added numbers of trucks, and we will be posting that. So please also, since it's fall, be cautious of leaves being placed in the street. That is something that we will be following up with letters as we go around the city as leaves start to fall and collect in the street, and therefore please keep them on the tree lawn. Once again, going back to the fact that you can go on our website and see where the trucks are at and how they're moving through the city. And then lastly, I'd like to mention that we do have a Lorain County sponsored shred event at the pool. It is this coming Saturday, the 18th, and it will be from 9 until noon. So,
Mr. Wright, any update on the Lear Krebs Light?
I talked to Norfolk and Southern this afternoon prior to the meeting. They are scheduled to come out here and do some adjustments to the timing, and they have a live train event testing scheduled for the afternoon of Thursday. So they're going to be out with our signal company to hopefully make the final adjustments, and then I should expect to hear something from them either late Thursday or Friday.
The Avon Lake Environmental Affairs Advisory Board has a very interesting program scheduled for Wednesday evening, December the 6th, 2017 at 6:30 at the Lake House. David Karpinski, the Vice President of Operations for LeadCo, will be discussing Project Icebreaker Wind, a 6-turbine wind farm totaling approximately 21 megawatts of generating capacity that will be built 8 to 10 miles off the Cleveland coastline. That is enough power to power up 7,000 homes. There's more information on the city website, and we hope to see interested people there at the Lake House on Wednesday, the 6th of December.
Next motion, I move authorizing Summit Painting to paint the space to be rented at Artstown Shopping Center, the amount of $13,260, subject to approval of the lease. In discussion, this was discussed in the public service meeting last week. This is cost to begin to paint and shape up the rented area for the new rec center that'll be located down at the Art Shopping Center, and that's what this initial cost is. Mr. Wright, I don't know if you had anything else to add to that.
No, we went over there today and met and once again walked through the facility in anticipation of some of these items moving through. We're trying to plan and get things scheduled for the upcoming month or so. So thank you.
I move the new motion, which is the amended motion, I should say, which is move to reject the collective bargaining agreement tentatively agreed between the City of Avon Lake Board of Municipal Utilities, the United Steel Paper and Forestry, Rubber Manufacturing, Energy, Allied Industrial, Service Workers International Union, AFL-CIO, and CLC, Local 865, effective July 1st, 2017, through June 30th, 2020. In discussion on this item, there's the feeling that by rejecting this agreement now, both sides can get back to negotiate. The union, I should say the Board of Utilities, will get a letter from the administration onto the issues and the management as well to what the issues are and the concerns that the administration and council have. And by getting back, in my opinion, right away to try to resolve these issues, we hope to get an agreement. In terms of any discussion, I would recommend to council members that, the discussion on these items are done at the negotiating table, and certainly I would leave it at that, but we certainly want to come to an agreement and resolve this matter. I don't think it's that difficult to get it accomplished. So by rejecting, we would be able to get back to negotiating table. So a yes vote is a move to reject the agreement. Discussion. Mr. Rossmarin with the roll, please.
Mr. O'Donnell?
Yes.
Mr. Shondel?
Yes.
Mr. Busey?
Yes.
Mrs. Fenderbach?
Yes.
Mr. Koss,
Yes.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
The clerk will read temporary legislation 10,953, please.
A resolution urging the immediate action from the Lorraine County Metropolitan Park District Board, its director and staff, to take all necessary action to reverse the destruction and degradation of the understory of the Koff Family Reservation and declaring an emergency.
Approximately a year ago, the Environmental Committee began efforts to have Lorraine County Metropolitan Park District address the severe loss of understory in the forest and to meet the terms of the original agreement with the city, signed September 23, 2007, without dramatic and immediate action, according to numerous forestry and botany experts. The Koff Family Reservation will be no more in 50 years.
Mr. Rossmarin with the roll, please.
Mr. O'Donnell?
Yes.
Mr. Shondel?
Yes.
Mr. Busey?
Yes.
Mrs. Fenderbach?
Yes.
Mr. Koss,
Yes.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
Clerk will read temporary legislation 10,955, please.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a lease agreement with TBP Avon Lake LLC and declaring an emergency.
Council desires that the City of Avon Lake, the tenant, enters into a lease agreement with the TBP Avon Lake LLC, the landlord. And through this negotiation, this is the piece of legislation that is approving of that contract. It's being passed by emergency majors because the emergency being the necessity to have a lease agreement in place to allow the Recreation Department to offer recreational activities to the citizens of Avon Lake at the leased premises. Thus, it's for the public welfare. Is that if your house was built 1972 or earlier, you need to call 933-6226 and obtain an inspection. First, you get your inspection so that you can get off the list if you're already separated. Or you get your inspection so you know what it is you need to separate. Once you have your contractor, call Avon Lake Regional Water at 933-6226 and have them come out. They'll be your advocate when you meet with your contractor, and you can go forward from there. There's a number of properties that need to be separated by February 2018, and they have not called 933-6226. Please do so as soon as possible. Thank you.